Deja had a clear case of mistaken being paid for sexual services rendered for Antonio's being in love. The fact is, Antonio never loved her. Why do people believe money equates to love? Um, I mean, that really stems from people's experiences of what has been taught to them that love is. You know, parents buy their children's, this and that equates to, them loving them. A lot of children didn't grow up with parents that sit and hold them and hug them and kiss them and share those words of affirmation. Like a lot of children aren't raised like that. So it's hard to just decide that's what love is when you get older. No,
Right.
the idea of love is fashioned from our experiences, all through, from being born all the way up. And so I feel like that's the case here, with Deja. She's been used for sex for so long. That's all she knows. So yeah, we don't know much about Deja's background right now. So I'm pretty sure we have such a wonderful author. She gives us a lot of insight in the stories of people's
Oh,
characters and their backgrounds and, what has caused
thank
them
you.
to to be who they are. So I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing that soon, Deja's background and, why she is the way that she is. So that's my take.
Well, okay, so I don't know how to properly word this, so I'm just gonna just say my thoughts, and then I don't know, you guys can reword it or whatever. Um, it's like sometimes it could be now it shouldn't be for her. It shouldn't be for her because she knows she's being paid for services. So I don't know. There might be some type of delusion or something going on with her. But sometimes, like money doesn't mean love, but you could always use money to show love. When you're in a committed relationship
Right.
and your man gets you a ring that's worth a lot of money or whatever. He's willing to work really hard and spend this money on you because he wants to make sure you're comfortable and you're cared for, and he wants to provide for you. That's love. As a But then there's the other side of it, like prostitutes get paid every day and they know they're not to be, it's a situation, it's just money. You know what I mean? So
Right.
for her, I think maybe she start because they've been messing around so long and she's done so much for him. She's thinking, okay, I'm different from the other girls, and
Hmm.
in her head, that's why I said there's the delusion.
Right.
She start
It's
falling for
delusion.
Antonio and forgot that she's just on the team. She's not his main, and I'm sorry, she's not his main. So yeah, for her, that's probably why she was think or trying to equate it to love, but it's not. So it goes both ways. Money can be, you can like I said earlier, you can use money to show love, um, and so she probably somehow, you know, hey, he's giving me all this, and it ain't like $20-$30. I mean, the
Hmm.
girl's having surgeries and she's
Yeah.
got a nice apartment and all these clothes and name brand, all this stuff, so he's not throwing a few, just a couple of dollars at her. So maybe
Right.
it's the amount of money that made her think, well, he must, she don't know how much. She probably think
There
he's
you
throwing
go.
$100 at other people. You know what I mean? But I'm getting a couple G's. So that's my thoughts. They're jumbling all over the place, but that's basically my idea of what's going on there.
No, I love it. I think that you said it right. People use money to show their love for people, and I think that like Kyrie talked about, it goes back to being a child. Our parents buy us things to show us love. Oh, you got, you know, a good report card. I'm gonna buy you that game you asked about. I'm gonna buy you that bike that you've been wanting, or I'm gonna go and buy you this because you had a really great week, or what I'm saying? Like we buy things for people to show our love. And I think that she has mistaken what she's doing and her involvement with this man as love. Because to me, love is even when all of this stuff is gone, are you still here? You know, would you be with me if I had a minimum wage job? I think that was Trey Songz who says that. I don't know, one of them songs. But what I'm saying is like, would you really be here? Like, yeah, we living good today, baby. Like, we like the Jeffersons. We done moved up to the Upper East Side. You know what I'm saying? But if all of that changed and we had to go back to the trap, if we had to go back to the hood, like, would you still be there? Would you still be maybe trapped in it? Like, would you be there though? Like, would you trust me? Like, what is it? What is it? Would you be there? I want to know. I got some questions, right? And so, like I said, it definitely goes back to being a kid and thinking somebody bought me a pair of rollerblades. You know what I'm saying? Mom got me a new dress. Like showing their love and their affection for you through buying stuff. Okay. She definitely has the game messed up. She definitely doesn't understand that if you're like, Antonio, on Thursday, I found Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, and I'm going to keep these legs closed with a padlock, right? Kira's like, what? But could you imagine if she really was like, I found God and like I want to get closer to Him and on the spiritual journey, like I can't be having no more premarital sex. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to be getting my name on that list in heaven. That's the VIP section. I'm trying to make sure my name is in that book, right?
That book
So,
of
and he's
life.
like, that book of life, baby. I want my name written up in there. God's like, you ain't there yet, Chris, but you working on. I see what you're doing, right? You know. Um, what if she told him that her spirituality and her, just wanting to be better. And I still want to be your friend, but I got to take the sexual aspect out the relationship. He'd be like, there's no more relationship. I'm with you because what you do for me, what you give to me, you do that little thing I like. You see what I'm saying? So he's there, yeah, baby. And he's there for what he's getting. He's like, she put it on me, baby. Like she pulled up on me. She gave me okay. Yeah, so that's why she is thinking the way that she's thinking. She's looking at things through a childish lens. And she's, like I said, she's been with other dudes in the street. They didn't have the type of crazy money that Antonio had. So they was out there penny pinching, putting their life on the line, could possibly end up in prison or in a grave. But the money wasn't as fluid. Like it's not flowing in like that, right? So there's probably a lot of things that she couldn't have. And she probably had to do, what I'm saying, because when this thing right here in this game really changed, I'm about to be able to buy you whatever you want. So she's thinking, oh my God, he loves you so much. When this whole street thing clears itself up or they figure out how to like run somebody out of their territory, I'm going to get that new car. You see what I'm saying? She's equating money to love because of maybe whatever foolishness that she's heard in the past. So kind of crazy. Mhm.
This evil side of Antonio was scary to see. One minute he's with Malia, acting like a man in love, to now viciously attacking Deja with his words. Do you think Deja will forgive him? Oh, she might, but hell no. He cut patches out of her head. Like that's she could put on wigs, but she gonna see patches every day. He bleached all her clothes. Like I mean, that's like I know for
I'm
us
sorry, it's not funny, but it's the way you said it. You're like, what?
patches. Yeah, like he didn't cut that stuff evenly.
Listen, Pesh.
She gotta go to the barber shop and get like lined up now. And but no, I don't know. I guess for me, me and Corenna growing up, we didn't have a lot of, like clothes and stuff like that. So it's like as adults, as we acquire these things, it means more to us, especially, when we're earning money to go get this stuff or whatever. I mean, for her, it was given to her. But like that would be my worst nightmare. Is somebody going in my closet and bleaching everything I have and messing up my shoes, and then he gonna kick the toilet off, like kick the bowl off and water spraying
I'm sorry.
everywhere.
It's not funny. But the way
He
you're telling the story is
did.
like, oh my God, this animal.
Yeah, he's like now he's damaging the apartment. I'm like, them repairs is gonna cost a lot. But not just that, but the disrespect. He peed on her, bro. Like I don't know. That's not forgivable. That is I guess he's let her know, through the text messages and stuff like that, that, she don't mean nothing to him. But I mean, that was a real display. He's like, I could show you better than I could tell you that you don't mean nothing to me. So I pray she don't forgive him. Um, yeah, it's going to be straight, even if she still deals with him because she needs the money or whatever. But yeah, I pray she doesn't forgive him. I pray she doesn't. Oh, sorry.
Absolutely not. I don't think she's going back. He took it way too far. I mean, this isn't even way too far. Like he went 10 miles after he saw the sign for way too far. Like he just kept going and going and going and going and going.
Yeah.
And I honestly, for anybody that has gone through something like that, like I mean, I think Deja is out for blood now. Like she's gonna destroy and take everything from him
Right.
the way that he just did it to her. From what I've seen from her character so far, that's what I feel like is her next move. And then if she does go back to him, oh, he better watch out because it's a whole scam. She's plotting. There's no way that she's gonna just go back and be all, oh, okay, sure, whatever. No, she is planning something, and Antonio better watch out.
She gonna up that
You better
price.
watch his back,
She
baby.
gonna up that price,
Yeah.
and she's out for blood.
Definitely after something like this. I think that if it would have just stopped at like them going back and forth, one of the questions that's coming up is like she confronts him about her feelings of, hey, were you thinking about somebody else? And he lets her know, yeah, yeah, I was. And actually, you know what I'm saying? So I think if it would have just been the conversation and the disrespectful words, she probably would have been like, I'm mad at him, girl. Can't break it up with him. I'm done with. Wait a minute. This Negro's calling. Girl, I call you back. Hey, babe. Like, I think she could have, you hurt my feelings. Like, I'm sorry. I was upset. I'm under stress. But okay. So I definitely feel like if it would have been a situation where if it would have just been words going back and forth, there would have definitely been like, oh, I can look past that. Because Asia is one of the people, she's been through a lot and she's looked past a lot of things that she should have been like, I'm bossing up on you and I'm going to break your arm. Right. Um, but with everything that happened with the destruction of the apartment, I mean, he didn't just tear up her stuff. He was like, you know what? Your baby's room needs it too. Like you went and tore up the daughter's room and tore up her TV and tore her apart her bed and threw the bed, you know what I'm saying, out in the hallway. Like he just went around her house and it was to me, it was like the grand finale. Sometimes you go so far because you want it to be known like this is the closure you need right here. This ain't, I feel like him destroying the entire house, kicking the toilet, destroying the clothes, cutting her hair, you know what I'm saying? Kicking her, just he stole the money back that was up underneath the bed. He's like, I'm taking that too. Um, all the damage that he caused to that place, tearing up her pictures of her and her child together. He was like, you know what? I'm done with this, but I'm about to leave my signature on you. Like I'm not coming back. So that this is done, and then to pee on somebody too, like, okay, I'm already, no, I wouldn't be on the floor bleeding, he would have been on the floor bleeding, but she's already on the floor bleeding. The book talks about one of her, she had some teeth missing because he hit her so hard, she thinks her nose is broken, and you're like, to relieve myself on your face, like nobody does that, right? So this for me was him sending a clear sign that I'm done with you. This is over between us. This will never be. And it also makes me wonder to myself, like, how long had he been planning something like this? You don't just go wild and beat up somebody and tear apart their clothes and like pee on them and then cause destruction to their home. Like something in you always knew that if the right moment popped off, like I'm really about to take her down somewhere she never thought she was going. So I believe that Antonio really lost himself here. I believe that if things hadn't escalated to that point, she would have been able to take it back, be like, okay, well, he said some stuff I didn't like, but I'm still going to put up with him for the bag. I feel like at this point, anybody who sees her going to be like, girl, you missing teeth. You got to get that fixed now. She's going to be bruised and bloody for a while, right? This beautiful hair that she's had, that's gone. So everybody going to be like, is that a lace? Like, they're going to be like, Deja, you never was wearing wigs. And she's going to have to try to explain that to family or friends or whatever it is. It's like, girl, he attacked me. Girl, he cut all the hair off. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy.
Yeah, I think essentially he was like putting her back in the street where he found her. Like that was the message he was trying to
Yep.
send.
I totally agree. It was like, I'm done with you and I'm going to return you to what you were before I knew you, which was you didn't have this, you didn't have that. It's like he took back, he was like the Grinch who stole Christmas, baby. He took back all the gifts. He was like, all them Louis bags, them Chanel, whatever. I'm destroying it all. You know what I mean? Like he destroyed the apartment so much. And it's like, now you know that place is in her name. So now she's gonna have to deal with I can't make next month's rent on this beautiful apartment. And now we got all this extensive damage. They want their money, but who's gonna let her rent now to them? Like now she's about to have an eviction. Now she's about to have a destruction of property on her record for rental history. Like he know what he did. He literally sent her back. He sent her back like now you about to go back to that pool. You about to go back to bagging up dope. Whatever you was doing before me, you about to go right back to that lifestyle because I'm not doing this with you. So